City are back in action in the Championship and will be facing Norwich on Sunday afternoon and an early kickoff in the Championship, and will be hoping to put that midweek defeat on Wednesday night away at St Mary's behind them with another 3 points here at Ashton Gate. Norwich City are the visitors at Ashton Gate this weekend. They are struggling at the moment, and I have with me Norwich City fan Russell, who's kindly sent in a video to tell you all about the Canaries and their season so far, and his score prediction as well. But you'll have to wait for me on that one at the end of the video.
Hiya, buddy. Yeah, not good in the Norwich camp. We've just had our AGM and everything's a bit of a mess. It seems like we've now even got Delia picking fights with the fans, so it's going to be an eventful one for the fans that are travelling. Not very positive in terms for everything. Yeah, we've had a couple of wins, Cardiff and obviously QPR, but neither win was really convincing. Got a bit lucky in both of them, I would probably say. A bit more better finishing by the opposition, and would have probably lost both of those games. Wagner feels a bit like he's on his last legs, but I seem to think that every week, so I'm not really entirely convinced that anything's really going to change until anything goes drastic at the club. I can't see us doing too well this weekend. Apparently the only positives from our end is that we've got Johnny Rowe potentially back, so that's probably the man to watch out for on your side. Defensively, we can't defend, so if you can turn around and put a semblance of control in midfield, you'll probably be fine. But obviously the only other player that I would probably say is Sarah, but if he's playing more towards that defensive end than he is an attacking end, then he'll be blunted. But yeah, those are probably the two real big players for us at the moment to watch out for. Score prediction, I can't say that I'm going to back us to win. I can't even say I'm going to back us to draw. I think you're going to absolutely do us over. I can see 3-1.
Thank you very much, Ross. He went for a 3-1 Bristol City win, which I would happily take, of course. He said that Norwich have been struggling. Johnny Rowe, Gabriel Sara, two players who are possibly their biggest threats, and I completely agree. Gabriel Sara, brilliant midfielder. Johnny Rowe has been scoring goals up until that injury he had, and David Wagner did say he's hopefully going to be back for the Canaries. Hopefully, not for too long from a Bristol City perspective, otherwise he is going to cause us a few problems. So, for City in midweek, it was a disappointing 1-0 defeat at St Mary's. It was a very strong first half, capped off with some brilliant defensive blocks, but also 3 clear-cut chances going forward. 2 of them fell to Tommy Conway, 1 of them fell to Mark Sykes. The header from the corner should have been converted, in my opinion. The one-on-one where he had, I think, Sam Bell next to him should have been converted. And Mark Sykes is very, very unlucky because he's in a difficult position, but Gavin Bazunu pulls off a ridiculous save. In the second half, St Mary's kind of rocks up and Southampton start really quickly, and Kyle Walker-Peters is allowed to shoot on his left foot. And to be honest, I don't really blame our defence, because you'd think, okay, allow the right back on his weaker foot, but Kyle Walker-Peters is just so two-footed, it is ridiculous, and he's just stuck that right in the corner. And that's ultimately been the downfall of Bristol City against a lot of the top teams we've played this season. Just that little bit of quality we lack compared to the quality the opposition have. Despite that defeat, I'd say quite a lot of positives to take away from that as well. Liam Manning mentioned that if we play like we do in the first half, like we did at St Mary's, for the rest of the season, we'll be absolutely fine. But unfortunately, we are lacking that clinical edge at the moment, and Tommy Conway and Sam Bell and Mark Sykes and the players who come on, i.e. Cornick, Mehmeti, Yeboah, whoever it is, just not quite cutting it at the moment. Hopefully, from a Bristol City perspective, that can change, because it does. Otherwise, we are not going to sustain a top half finish in this season. Campering has served a suspension, so he will be back available at left back, and I hope Bristol City move away from the 3 at the back system we lined up at St Mary's to a more useful and more, in my opinion, suited 4 at the back system this Bristol City side are used to under previous managers and also under Liam Manning. So that brings us very nicely onto the team I expect to play on Sunday. It would be a back 4 of Max in goal, Tanner, Viner, Dickie, Campering. Back into the side, Cal Naismith is not going to be available because he went off injured against Southampton. In midfield, it would be Matthew James, Taylor Garden-Hickman, Jason Knight, as it always is, and just our strongest midfield three at the moment. Up top, Tommy Conway, Mark Sykes. Hopefully he's back at right wing where he's most productive, and hopefully that gives us a little bit more of an attacking threat, more than we showed at Southampton in terms of taking our chances. I'd honestly start giving Anderson Moretti a chance, because he has deserved it, in my opinion. He's been given chances off the bench where he's been given 30, 25-ish minutes, and he's been a threat against Sheffield Wednesday. He was really good when he came on against Middlesbrough. He got us up the pitch and did exactly what the team needed him to do, and I think he deserves a chance, and I think this is a decent game to give him that chance. So I'd go with Anderson Moretti off the left, and honestly, Sam Bell hasn't really impressed me in the last few games, in the last few weeks, quite honestly, either, so I'd give Anderson Moretti a chance out on the left. Norwich are struggling. We have to go after them. We have to make sure we are the dominant team, especially at Ashton Gate as well. Put that midweek defeat behind us, take the positives from it, and hopefully build on that, and also make some pretty major changes going forward in terms of taking our chances and not necessarily creating them, because we did create quite a few chances at St Mary's. Hopefully that's the case, and hopefully Bristol can get out of here with 3 points, which would be absolutely beautiful. From my perspective, hopefully the players have learned a little bit more about the pattern of play, and hopefully the forwards have taken into account some of the criticism, positive criticism, hopefully, in a way, and taking it into their stride, and then, hopefully when the next chance comes around, they know where exactly to be, and hopefully they can take those chances as well. For that reason, I'm going to go positive, and I'm going to go for a Bristol City win. I'm not going to quite go for the same extent Ross did, the Norwich fan. I'm going to go for 2-1 Bristol City win, which would be, again, equally as efficient, equally as helpful for us in a way, which would just be a perfect way to cap off the week. And, if you'd said to me at the start of the season, Middlesbrough, Southampton, Norwich, you'd get 6 points from it, I'd bite your hand off, and I'd take 6 points from those 3 games. And hopefully that puts us in a nice position for this next little block of games, which is looking a little bit more kindly to us than these last 3. That is it from me for this match preview. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. What are your score predictions? Players to watch out for if you're a Norwich fan, Bristol City fan, whatever. Thank you very much for watching. Keep safe, and I'll catch you all later. Cheers.